Well, good morning, YouTube. So, it's a Monday. I don't know if you're followed along, but Janet Yellen is resigning, and I think the article said effective immediately. I think that's great. That tells you there's some fear. Gosh, what else happened over the weekend? I just had a brilliant thought and I lost it as soon as I hit the record button. But anyway, so, more and more people are jumping ship. And, Mayorkas. Mayorkas said he's going to resign as long as he gets some form of immunity from prosecution. So what does that tell you? That tells you that these people knew that what they were doing was criminal, against the law, against the Constitution. They were just doing so many bad things, and they honestly thought that, Kamala Harris would get reelected so they could further destroy the United States and continue to enrich themselves and their family members, because that they got to enrich them too. So it's nice to see that, because with Trump in office, it just invokes a lot of fear in people. And people think, oh my gosh, he's gonna go after them and personally persecute them. And I'm thinking to myself, what have they been doing for the last 9 years over a man that's been innocent? Hundreds of millions of dollars, I think, have been spent to persecute Donald Trump, and nothing, not a thing. Okay, so now you have all these other people. Oh my gosh, he's going to come after us with the Department of Justice, and we can't have Matt Gaetz, and so on and so forth. Well, it's because they're criminals. They're scared to death. I read something in the bathroom this morning. It sounds like Adam Schiff wants to play ball. And AOC might be flipping around, and it's just astonishing to me. Trump's not going to go after, quote, quote, political enemies. He's going to go after the people that committed crimes under their Biden administration and perhaps even under the Obama administration. So my hope, and I think probably many others, is that investigations are had, people's conduct is investigated. Certainly January 6th. And certainly that stupid bastard, pardon my language, on Capitol Hill that shot Ashley Abbott, I believe it was in the neck or the throat or the face, somewhere in there, murdered her for nothing, absolutely nothing. And that guy should certainly be charged and prosecuted for murder. His life or any others were not in danger at the time, because right after she was shot, up the flight of stairs came two, I want to say SWAT type law enforcement officers. I mean, they were decked out with all the gear. So there was nobody in imminent threat. So anyway, so I'd like to see him prosecuted and sent to jail. I think everybody else would too. So I don't think this video really has a topic per se, other than I think, moving forward, most of my comments are going to be Trump related, economy related, and those that are stepping down rather abruptly, which I think is great. I'm looking forward. It's like Christmas. I'm looking forward to Trump taking office January 20th, being sworn in, and then his first day cracking the hammer, because that's what needs to happen. Hammer needs to be cracked. So, I did read that Charlie Kirk might run for Arizona governor. I think that might be a good thing. He's a talented young man, very smart, very witty, and quick on his feet. Appears to know his history, from what I've seen. I've watched a few of his videos, so appears to be on the ball. And I think he'd be a good governor, all things considered. And I believe in a debate he'd clean Katie Hobbs's clock in a heartbeat. The only way these people, get in office and stay in office, i.e. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. I think Chuck Schumer was elected in 1975. So Chuck Schumer's never really had a real job. He's never employed anybody. So I keep skipping around and jumping all over the place, but it's political. But Chuck Schumer, since 1975, has never had a real job. But he's been in office this whole time. Yet he's going to tell you how to live your life, how to spend your money. When he's lived in one of the most corrupt, and honestly it is, our government is one of the most corrupt in the world. The insider trading, stock trading, and don't forget, remember they used to have the House Bank, and now they have the House Credit Union. They had the House Post Office. They had so many perks and privileges that you and I could never be privy to, and reap the benefits of the perks that these morons have. So I want to say this, before I get off. We have to have term limits. Term limits is a must. We have them for the President of the United States, the highest office in the land. If it's good enough for the President, it's good enough for the senators and the congressmen. I think 12 years in office is long enough for anybody. And then after that, boom, you're out. And, there's 340 plus million people in the United States. Out of that 340 million, I don't know how many of those are illegal. But if we just want to look at the citizens in the United States, by golly, everybody should have a chance to run. Me and anybody else. So it's time for fresh ideas. And this old dog and pony show with Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer, if you want to get something done, if you're a young senator or congressman, you get into office, you want to get something done for your constituents. If you don't kiss their, pardon my language, if you don't kiss their ass, you're not going to get on the choice select committees. You're not going to get anything done for your constituents. So, when it comes up for to vote you back in office, you haven't done anything. You've been pretty much a lame duck senator or congressman. Well, guess what? You're not getting back in. And certainly Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell certainly wouldn't give you any funds to help you run for your re-election because you've been not towing the line. So it's a corrupt system on both parties, and it needs to change. And that's one of the reasons why Donald Trump has done so well. It's why he's so hated. I mean, if you haven't drawn that conclusion yet as to why Donald Trump is so hated by both parties, you're living in a bubble. So anyway, that's my rant for this morning. So I'm glad to be here, glad to be 6 feet above the ground. And if you're not glad to be 6 feet above ground, well, my friend, you've got some serious thinking to do. So enjoy your day. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell so you'll be notified when I post another crazy video. And keep in mind, I'm just kind of getting started on this, and I wanted an avenue to vent and to talk and to express myself. And I think this is a pretty good one so far. So I'm not the best at it. Hopefully I'll get better at it. Certainly the editing. There isn't really much to edit, really. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.